Top 10 most incredible honeys in the world. From pure Brazilian native bee honey to the legendary Manuka from New Zealand, discover flavors, aromas, and medicinal powers that go far beyond sweetness. A journey around the world from the Amazon rainforest to the Arabian deserts, revealing the rarest and most fascinating secrets of bee nectar. But before we begin, subscribe to our channel and leave a like. Now, let's get started. Number 10. Manuka honey. The liquid gold of New Zealand. Manuka honey is much more than just a natural sweetener. It is considered a true biological treasure, a gift from the untouched forests of New Zealand and Australia, produced from the nectar of the Leptospermum scoparium flowers known as the tea tree or Manuka. This honey is so rare and powerful that it has gained medicinal product status in various parts of the world, being studied by scientists, valued by nutritionists, and revered by traditional Maori people for centuries. The uniqueness of Manuka honey begins with its origin process. The bees that produce it face challenging climatic conditions, cold winds, mountainous regions, and dense forests to collect nectar from this plant, which blooms for only a few weeks each year. This natural scarcity contributes to its high market value, costing up to 10 times more than regular honey. But what truly sets Manuka honey apart is its chemical composition. It contains a substance called methyl glyoxal, MgO, an extremely potent antibacterial compound not found in significant levels in other types of honey. MgO is largely responsible for the therapeutic properties that have made this honey famous worldwide. Studies show that it can help treat infections, wounds, burns, digestive issues, and even throat inflammation. In addition to MgO, Manuka honey also has a high concentration of hydrogen peroxide, polyphenols, and flavonoids, all natural antioxidants that combat free radicals and strengthen the immune system. This combination makes it a powerful ally for those seeking a healthier, more natural lifestyle. The taste of Manuka honey is as unique as its properties. It is rich, with earthy and slightly bitter notes, reminiscent of herbs and wood. Its texture is dense and creamy, almost like natural caramel. Unlike traditional floral honeys, it does not simply aim to sweeten. It is a complete sensory experience, a balance of strength and subtlety. Internationally, Manuka honey is classified by a system known as UMF, Unique Manuka Factor, which measures the product's antibacterial potency. The higher the UMF rating, the purer and more effective it is. The rarest versions, with UMF above 20+, are compared to true natural medicines and sold at very high prices in luxury stores and specialized pharmacies. Historically, the Maori people of New Zealand already knew about the healing power of the Manuka plant long before modern science studied it. They used leaves and extracts to treat fevers, colds, inflammation, and even muscle pain. When European bees were introduced to the region in the 19th century, the result was the creation of this miraculous honey, combining ancestral knowledge with the bee's natural biotechnology. Today, Manuka honey is not just a gourmet product, but also a symbol of the harmonious relationship between humans and nature. In a world dominated by industrial and artificial foods, it represents the power of purity and origin. It is not uncommon for doctors and nutritionists to recommend a daily spoonful of Manuka honey as a natural supplement to boost the immune system, improve gut health, or simply as a wellness ritual. Of course, this fame has also attracted counterfeits. It is estimated that more than half of the Manuka honey sold worldwide is adulterated. Therefore, New Zealand has implemented strict authenticity controls, requiring laboratory tests and protected origin seals. This ensures that real Manuka honey remains a rare and legitimate gem worthy of the title liquid gold. Beyond human health, Manuka honey also plays an important role in environmental conservation. The pollinating bees that produce it help maintain the ecological balance of New Zealand's native forests. Every jar sold carries not just a product, but a story of sustainability and respect for nature. The cultural impact of Manuka honey is also fascinating. It has become part of New Zealand's national identity, proudly exported and treated as a natural ambassador of the country. Its symbolic value goes far beyond financial worth. It represents the intersection of tradition, science, and ecology. Number 9. Cedar honey, the golden treasure of the Middle East. Imagine a honey so valuable that for centuries it was offered as a gift to kings, sultans, and caliphs. A honey that is not just food, but a symbol of purity, spirituality, and healing. This is cedar honey, considered one of the most sacred and precious honeys on the planet. Produced from the flowers of the Ziziphus spina Christi tree, known as the cedar tree or lotus tree, this honey grows under the scorching sun of the mountains of Yemen, Saudi Arabia, and some regions of Pakistan, where traditions and nature still go hand in hand. Cedar honey has a history deeply rooted in Arab and Islamic culture. In ancient texts, it is cited as a blessed food, linked to spiritual purity and prophetic medicine. It is believed that the Prophet Muhammad recommended honey, and cedar in particular gained the status of a divine remedy. To this day, it is used in religious rituals, ceremonies, and natural treatments that combine faith and science. The cedar tree grows in arid and mountainous regions where few plants can survive. Its nectar is collected only once or twice a year, making the honey extremely rare. The bees producing cedar honey face harsh conditions, high daytime temperatures, hot winds, and water scarcity, yet they manage to create a product with unmatched flavor and extraordinary properties. The taste of cedar honey is unmistakable, sweet, velvety, with notes of dates, dried fruits, and caramel, along with a subtle woody and spicy touch. Its aroma is intense, almost floral, and its dense texture reflects its purity. A single taste transports the palate directly to the golden deserts of the Middle East. Medicinally, cedar honey is a natural powerhouse. It contains high levels of antioxidants, enzymes, and essential minerals, along with antibacterial compounds that rival those of Manuka honey. Laboratory studies have shown its effectiveness against antibiotic-resistant bacteria and in treating wounds and inflammation. Among Bedouin communities, it has been used for centuries to treat digestive, respiratory, and fever-related issues, and even as a rejuvenating tonic. The harvesting process is almost artisanal. Traditional Yemeni beekeepers follow ancient methods. They do not use chemicals, do not feed the bees artificially, and respect the natural hive cycle. The honey is manually extracted and filtered only by gravity, preserving its nutrients intact. Every drop is a testament to the harmony between humans, bees, and the desert. Because of its purity and production difficulty, cedar honey is considered one of the most expensive in the world. In luxury markets, especially in the Persian Gulf, its price can exceed $1,000 per kilogram. It is often sold in jars decorated with Arabic calligraphy and packaging reminiscent of perfume bottles, reinforcing its status as a sacred and prestigious product. There is also a strong spiritual component linked to cedar honey. The tree it comes from is mentioned in the Quran as a symbol of paradise, the cedar tree of the utmost boundary. Thus, consuming its honey is, for many Muslims, a way to connect with the divine. It is also believed to purify the body and soul, bringing balance and vital energy. In modern medicine, cider honey has been studied for its anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties. It has proven effective in healing chronic wounds, treating gastritis and ulcers, and regulating cholesterol. It is also an excellent prebiotic, helping balance gut microbiota. The combination of ancestral faith and scientific validation makes it one of the most fascinating honeys on earth. Cedar honey also carries enormous social and economic importance. In Yemen, for example, beekeeping is one of the few sustainable activities that withstands time and conflict. Producing cedar honey is a source of livelihood and cultural resistance for many families. Yemeni beekeepers are masters at caring for bees, passing their knowledge from generation to generation. Every hive represents not just labor, but identity. Despite its growing fame, real cedar honey is rare and often counterfeited. Number 8. Brazil nut honey, the Amazonian giant of the living forest. In the beating heart of the Amazon, where the forest seems to breathe and life vibrates in all directions, there is a honey as powerful as the ecosystem that produces it. Brazil nut honey, produced from the flowers of the majestic Bertholletia excelsa, the famous Brazil nut tree. This honey is a gift that combines strength, nutrition, and ancestry. It carries the DNA of the largest tropical rainforest on the planet, with a deep flavor of fertile soil, damp wood, and eternity. The Brazil nut tree is monumental. It can surpass 60 meters in height and live over 1,000 years, witnessing entire eras of the forest. Its discreet yellowish flowers appear at the top of the canopy, accessible only to native bees strong and large enough to open their rigid petals. This is where the magic begins. Only specific species, like the giant carpenter bee, Xylocopa frontalis, can penetrate the flowers and collect the nectar. This exclusive process ensures the purity and rarity of Brazil nut honey. The result is a dark amber, dense and aromatic honey with notes of caramel, cocoa, and roasted nuts. Its flavor is striking, with a slight bitterness balanced by natural sweetness, a signature reflecting the forest's complexity. Each drop seems to carry the mystery and strength of the Amazon. What truly makes Brazil nut honey special is its nutritional power. It is one of the richest honeys and minerals on the planet, especially selenium, magnesium, zinc, and iron. These elements are essential for proper body function, strengthening the immune system, improving metabolism, metabolism and acting as powerful antioxidants. It is literally a nectar that nourishes and protects. The honey also has anti-inflammatory, healing, and energizing properties, widely used by riverside communities and indigenous peoples. For them, it is more than food. It is medicine, vital energy. It is commonly used in infusions with forest herbs or in healing and purification rituals. Traditional Amazonian knowledge has always recognized the power of bees and the value of nectar from ancient trees. Another fascinating point is the ecological relationship between the Brazil nut tree, bees, and forest animals. Without pollinating bees, the Brazil nut tree simply cannot reproduce. Without the tree, countless species lose shelter and food. The honey, therefore, symbolizes this perfect interdependence. It arises from an ancestral partnership between plants, insects, and the biome itself. Each hive is a micro-living forest, a miniature reflection of the Amazon's grandeur. The production of Brazil nut honey is also a model of sustainability. Many local producers, especially cooperatives of indigenous and riverside communities, work with low-impact beekeeping techniques, respecting the natural cycles of the bees and the forest. There is no deforestation, no chemicals, just harmony. The honey is manually harvested, artisanally filtered, and sold pure without additives. The result is a product that carries not just flavor, but purpose. Medicinally, Brazil nut honey is widely used in Amazonian folk medicine. It is recommended for anemia, fatigue, respiratory infections, and muscle pain. Its high mineral content strengthens the blood and heart, while its natural enzymes aid digestion. Regular consumption is also associated with increased energy and improved mood, a fact modern science is beginning to confirm due to compounds that stimulate neurotransmitters linked to well-being. Gastronomically, Brazil nut honey is a spectacle in itself. It pairs perfectly with aged cheeses, tropical fruits, grilled meats, and chocolate or nut-based desserts. Renowned chefs describe it as a honey with soul, capable of transforming simple recipes into memorable experiences. Its persistent flavor and creamy texture make it one of the most valued honeys in Brazil and worldwide. Internationally, Brazil nut honey is gaining recognition as a premium product of the Amazon. Exported to Europe, Japan, and the United States, it is prized for its nutritional profile and the story it carries. Number 7. Tupelo honey, the golden nectar of the American swamps. Along the wet, mysterious banks of the southern United States, where cypress trees rise over slow, shadowy waters, grows one of the rarest and most enchanting honeys on the planet, Tupelo honey. Produced from the flowers of the Nissa ogechi tree, also called the Tupelo tree or gum tree, this honey is a true gift of the swamps, a liquid gold reflecting the wild and serene beauty of the Gulf of Mexico waters. Tupelo honey is, above all, a miracle of geography. It can only be harvested in specific regions of southern Georgia and Florida, mainly along the Apalachicola and Ocklawakanay rivers, where Tupelo trees bloom for only 3 weeks each year. The bees producing it must work tirelessly during this short period, taking advantage of every moment of flowering before flood tides or swamp rains sweep it all away. The result of this effort is honey of unparalleled purity and elegance. Its color is golden and translucent, reminiscent of light amber in the sunlight. Its flavor, sweet, soft, and sophisticated, with notes of butter, citrus fruits, and wildflowers. It is a honey that never tires the palate, melting on the tongue like liquid music. Because of this delicacy, it is known among beekeepers as the champagne of honeys. One of the most impressive features of Tupelo honey is its natural stability. Thanks to its high fructose content and low glucose level, it never crystallizes, even after years of storage. This makes it one of the few honeys in the world that remains permanently liquid, keeping its smooth texture and mesmerizing shine. This unique property also makes it a favorite among gourmets and chefs seeking perfect honey for desserts, drinks, and marinades. But Tupelo honey is more than a delicacy. It is also a powerful functional food. It contains high levels of antioxidants, B-complex vitamins, and minerals such as magnesium, potassium, and zinc. Its glycemic index is lower than that of other honeys, making it a safer option for people needing blood sugar control, though of course in moderation. It also has antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties recognized recognized by modern science. The production process of Tupelo honey is delicate and almost heroic. Hives are installed on floating platforms over rivers and swamps to remain close to the flowers, which bloom atop the trees above the water. Beekeepers must constantly monitor tide levels and bee health, facing mosquitoes, alligators, and sudden storms, all to collect a honey that is fleeting but eternally beautiful. One of the most famous places for producing authentic Tupelo honey is Wewahichka, Florida. There, families of beekeepers maintain century-old traditions passed down through generations. The work is entirely artisanal, and each harvest is seen as a celebration, the moment when the swamp transforms into liquid gold. Local pride is so great that the town hosts an annual Tupelo Honey Festival, attracting visitors and beekeeping enthusiasts from around the world. Culturally, Tupelo honey has become an American icon. It was immortalized in the song Tupelo Honey by Van Morrison, released in 1971, a declaration of love comparing the purity of someone to the soft taste of this honey. Since then, Tupelo honey has become a symbol of delicacy, love, and nature in harmony. Few natural products possess such poetic and mythical aura. Ecologically, Tupelo honey production is vital for preserving southern U.S. swamps and flooded forests. Sustainable beekeeping helps maintain environmental balance and protect bee populations threatened by deforestation and climate change. Every jar of Tupelo honey sold represents a gesture of protection for these fragile ecosystems. Authentic Tupelo honey is extremely rare and valuable. Produced in small quantities during a short period, it is among the most expensive honeys in the world, reaching hundreds of dollars per kilogram. Many honeys sold under the Tupelo name are actually adulterated blends with nectar from other flowers. Number 6. Ulmo honey, the healing perfume of Chilean forests. In the humid, lush valleys of southern Chile, where nature displays its wild and almost untouched beauty, grows a tree seemingly made for poetry, the Ulmo Eucryphia cordifolia. From it comes a honey considered by many to be among the most aromatic, potent, and medicinal in the world, the legendary Ulmo honey. Produced in the mountainous regions of Los Rios and Los Lagos, Ulmo honey carries the scent of Chilean temperate forests, a mix of sea breeze, white flowers, and cold Andean winds. It is a honey that not only nourishes but awakens the senses, so pure and enchanting that it has won over chefs, scientists, and consumers worldwide. The Ulmo tree is endemic, meaning it grows naturally only in Chilean forests in a small part of Argentina. Its white flowers, with velvety petals and golden centers, bloom between January and March, covering the mountains with a white haze of intense fragrance. When bees visit these flowers, they indulge in nectar rich in bioactive compounds, later giving the honey its unique properties. Ulmo honey is visually mesmerizing. Its color ranges from deep gold to milky amber, and its texture is creamy, almost buttery. What truly sets it apart is its unmistakable floral aroma, a blend of jasmine, vanilla, and tropical fruits. It is so fragrant that many recognize it by smell alone. Its taste is balanced, sweet, with mild acidity and subtle spice notes. On the tongue, it leaves a sensation of freshness and warmth simultaneously. Scientifically, Ulmo honey is considered one of the most medicinal varieties ever studied. Research by Chilean and European universities has confirmed its high antibacterial activity, rivaling even the famous Manuka honey from New Zealand. This potency comes from compounds like methyl serengate and gallic acid, which act directly on pathogenic microorganisms. In natural medicine, Ulmo honey is used to treat wounds, infections, digestive issues, and respiratory diseases. It is a natural antibiotic, anti-inflammatory, and powerful healer. Many Chilean hospitals use Ulmo-based dressings to accelerate the recovery of burns and ulcers. Its high antioxidant content also strengthens the immune system and slows cellular aging. The production process of Ulmo honey is a display of respect for nature. Hives are placed at the edges of native forests, away from plantations or urban areas. Bees are free to feed exclusively on Ulmo flowers, ensuring maximum purity. During harvest, between March and April, beekeepers carefully collect the honey without additives or heating, preserving the bioactive compounds intact. The result is a living honey, a product that carries the essence of the Chilean forest in its purest form. Culturally, Ulmo honey also holds an important place in Chile. It symbolizes national identity, rural pride, and environmental respect. In local fairs and markets, it is sold as El Néctar de la Selva Valdiviana, perfectly expressing its origin, the Valdivian forest, one of the oldest and richest temperate forests on the planet, a true ecological relic. Sustainability is another highlight. Rising international demand for Olmo honey has led to regenerative beekeeping projects, which not only produce honey, but also contribute to Olmo reforestation and native bee protection. Each jar sold helps fund new tree planting and local ecosystem conservation, turning the honey into a tool for preservation. Its flavor and aroma have made it a sought-after ingredient in haute cuisine. Renowned chefs use it to finish sophisticated dishes, pairing it with matured cheeses, smoked meats, and citrus fruit desserts. It is also excellent in infusions and cocktails, slowly releasing its floral notes. A touch of Olmo honey can transform a simple recipe into a sensory experience worthy of a Michelin-starred restaurant. Number 5. Manuka honey, the healing gold of New Zealand. In the heart of Oceania, amidst mystical landscapes and mist-covered mountains, grows a plant that transformed the concept of honey in the modern world, the Manuka Leptospermum scoparium. This native New Zealand tree, also found in parts of Australia, produces one of the most valuable and powerful honeys on the planet, Manuka honey. It is no exaggeration to say that this honey revolutionized natural medicine. Its fame has spread worldwide, and the name Manuka has become synonymous with healing, purity, and vital energy. But what makes it so special? To understand, one must look beyond sweetness, delving into the chemistry of life and the wisdom of the bees. The Manuka plant is hardy, growing in poor mountainous soils. Its small white flowers contain highly concentrated nectar, full of rare phenolic compounds and enzymes. When bees collect this nectar, they produce a dense, dark-colored honey with an intense aroma, something completely different from conventional honeys. It is a honey that seems to have a soul of its own. Manuka honey is widely recognized for its unique antibacterial activity, attributed to a compound called methylglyoxal, MgO. This substance is responsible for the honey's healing power and can vary in concentration depending on purity and harvest region. The higher the MgO index, the more potent the honey. In New Zealand, each batch is tested and graded through the UMF Unique Manuka Factor system, a strict certification that ensures authenticity and effectiveness. Honey with UMF 10+ is considered medicinal, while rare specimens with UMF 25+ or 30+ can cost hundreds of dollars per jar. These numbers represent not just quality, but a true seal of biological power. Scientifically, Manuka honey has properties that challenge even modern antibiotics. Clinical studies have proven its effectiveness against bacteria such as Staphylococcus aureus, Helicobacter pylori, and even resistant strains like MRSA. It is used in hospitals to treat chronic wounds, burns, skin infections, and ulcers, accelerating tissue regeneration and preventing microbial growth. Additionally, its anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects are remarkable. Regular consumption strengthens the immune system, soothes sore throats, aids digestion, and even balances gut flora. Many athletes and professional singers use Manuka honey as a natural source of energy and vocal protection. The taste of Manuka honey is a unique experience. Intense, earthy, and slightly bitter, with hints of herbs, dark caramel, and eucalyptus. It is not merely sweet, it is complex, deep, and almost medicinal. Each spoonful is a sensory journey evoking the misty forests of New Zealand, with cold winds and the distant hum of bees at work. Its texture is thick, almost creamy, and its color ranges from deep amber to golden brown. When exposed to light, it reveals copper and bronze highlights like molten liquid gold. Connoisseurs often describe Manuka honey as an ancestral potion, reflecting the vigor and purity it conveys. Manuka honey also exemplifies the symbiosis of tradition and science. The Maori people have used it for centuries to heal wounds, reduce fevers, and strengthen the body. To them, Manuka is a sacred plant, a symbol of life and spiritual balance. Bees, by transforming its nectar into honey, amplify this ancestral energy, converting nature's gift into healing nourishment. Today, Manuka honey production follows extremely controlled standards. Hives are placed in remote areas where the trees bloom only a few weeks per year, a short period requiring the bees' intense and precious arduous labor. This natural limitation makes the honey scarce and valuable, with every drop representing the synchronized effort of thousands of bees in harmony with the forest cycle. The global fame of Manuka honey has also brought challenges. Rising demand has led to counterfeiting and stricter regulations. Only honey produced in New Zealand from pure Leptospermum sciparium nectar can legally bear the name Manuka. Number 4. Cedar honey, the sacred nectar of the Arabian desert. Amid the golden silence of the Middle Eastern deserts, where the wind carries millennia-old stories and dunes guard secrets of kings and prophets, grows one of the rarest and most revered honeys in the world, cedar honey, produced from the flowers of the cedar tree, Ziziphus spina Christi, also known as the Christ's thorn tree. This honey embodies centuries of tradition, spirituality, and healing power. Since ancient times, cedar has been considered a divine gift. Mentioned in Islamic texts and even in Judeo-Christian tradition, it symbolizes purity and protection. In the Quran, the cedar tree is described as one of the plants of paradise, and its honey is considered heavenly food. Even today, in countries like Yemen, Saudi Arabia, and Oman, cedar honey is used not only as natural medicine, but also as a sacred element in spiritual rituals and religious ceremonies. Cedar honey is primarily produced in the Hadramaut Mountains in Yemen, one of the driest and most isolated regions on Earth. There, in deep, remote valleys, bees feed exclusively on cedar flowers, which bloom for a short period between October and December. This brief flowering makes the honey extremely rare. Harvesting is artisanal, often carried out by families maintaining the same techniques for centuries. There is no machinery or industrial process. Hives are made of clay or wood, and honey is extracted manually, with utmost respect for the bees. The result is a pure, living product deeply connected to the land. Visually, cedar honey is stunning. Its color ranges from golden amber to reddish copper, with intense shine and thick texture. Its aroma is deep and unmistakable, a mixture of wildflowers, dates, and spices. The taste is complex, initially sweet, with notes of caramel, dried fruits, and a subtle woody finish. It fills the mouth and lingers in memory for long moments. What truly makes it legendary is its medicinal power. Cedar honey is rich in flavonoids, polyphenols, and natural hydrogen peroxide, giving it one of the highest antibacterial and anti-inflammatory activities ever recorded. It is traditionally used to treat wounds, strengthen the immune system, improve digestion, and even combat respiratory and infectious diseases. Modern research confirms what ancient peoples already knew. Cedar honey has antibacterial properties comparable to or exceeding Manuka honey. It is effective against E. coli, Staphylococcus aureus, and other antibiotic-resistant bacteria. As a result, some hospitals in Arab countries use cedar honey as a natural healing agent. Beyond physical benefits, cedar honey holds deep spiritual value. In Islamic culture, it is believed to purify body and soul. Many Muslims consume a spoonful of cedar honey in the morning with a prayer, starting the day with energy and blessing. During Ramadan, it is used to break the fast, symbolizing the sweetness of faith and nature's strength. Cedar honey is also known as the gold of Yemen, not only for its color, but for its value. A kilogram can cost hundreds of dollars, especially when certified as cedar Dawani, a variety produced in the Doan Mountains, considered the purest and most powerful. Certification is rigorous, ensuring authenticity and superior quality. Producing cedar honey is an art requiring wisdom and patience. Local beekeepers, known as masters of honey, follow the seasonal cycles with almost spiritual attention. They observe the flowering, the behavior of the bees, and even the wind, as any imbalance can compromise purity. Respect for nature is absolute. They never harvest more than it offers. The cedar tree itself symbolizes resilience and faith. It grows in rocky soils under extreme temperatures, yet still blooms, offering shade, food, and healing. Its leaves are used in purifying baths, fruits in medicinal teas, and wood in sacred constructions. The entire plant seems designed to serve humanity, a gift of creation teaching strength, humility, and gratitude. Culturally, cider honey also plays an important social role. Number 3, lavender honey, the aroma and flavor of Provence. Across fields stretching to the horizon, where lilac and violet dominate the landscape, grows one of the most delicate and aromatic honeys on the planet, lavender honey, Lavandula angustifolia. Produced mainly in the Provence region of southern France, this honey is a testament to the perfect harmony between nature, bees, and the Mediterranean climate. It is a complete sensory experience. Visual, olfactory, gustatory, and even emotional. Lavender is an emblematic plant of Provence. Its fields ripple under the Mediterranean sun, perfuming the air with a sweet, floral, and slightly herbaceous scent. Each flower produces abundant but delicate nectar, requiring the precision and attention of bees. Only specific species, such as the European honeybee, Apis mellifera, can transform this nectar into honey without losing its aromatic nuances. The result is a light honey, golden amber with greenish reflections, fluid yet creamy enough to glide smoothly from a spoon. Its aroma is intense and immediately recognizable. Notes of fresh flowers, Mediterranean herbs, and a subtle hint of dried hay. The taste follows the scent, perfectly sweet, floral, and slightly fruity, with a lingering aftertaste reminiscent of the lavender fields at sunset. Lavender honey is not only a delight for the palate, it has notable medicinal and therapeutic properties. Rich in antioxidants, B-complex vitamins, and minerals such as iron, calcium, and magnesium, it strengthens the immune system, improves digestion, and reduces inflammation. Historically, it was used to alleviate insomnia, stress, and anxiety thanks to the natural calming effect of lavender flowers still present in the honey. In aromatherapy and herbal medicine, lavender honey is valued for its relaxing and purifying properties. It is often combined with teas, infusions, and even massages, serving as a calming and restorative agent. A simple spoonful before sleep can induce a deep sense of serenity, transporting body and mind to the heart of the French fields. Production is delicate and depends on precise climatic factors. Provence's fields bloom for only a few weeks per year, usually between June and August. Bees work tirelessly during this period, visiting each flower and collecting nectar rich in bioactive compounds. Harvesting is artisanal. Hives are kept away from pollutants. Honey is carefully extracted without heating and filtered only to remove impurities, preserving natural aroma and texture. Visually, lavender honey is elegant. In the light, it shines like liquid gold with subtle reflections reminiscent of the Provence palette at dawn. When poured, its smooth viscosity forms threads that glide slowly, releasing floral perfume with each movement. For connoisseurs, observing the honey is as pleasurable as tasting it. Number 2. Acacia honey, the liquid softness of the European forest. Across the plains and forests of Central and Eastern Europe, where rivers meander through green valleys and flowers bloom delicately, grows a honey synonymous with purity and elegance. Acacia honey, Robinia pseudoacacia, also known as false acacia honey. Produced from the nectar of the acacia's fragrant flowers, this honey is celebrated for its crystal clear transparency, mild flavor, and balanced sweetness. A near ethereal experience for the palate. Acacia trees, native to North America but naturalized in Europe for centuries, bloom during spring and early summer, covering fields and woods with clusters of white, fragrant flowers. Their blossoms contain abundant nectar, attracting European honeybees, Apis mellifera, capable of transforming this floral wealth into an incredibly delicate honey. Each flower contributes small amounts of nectar, but the sum of these drops produces nectar of exceptional quality. Number 1. Native Brazilian bee honey, the liquid gold of the Amazon. In the vibrant heart of the Brazilian Amazon, where green stretches endlessly and rivers wind like veins of the earth, lies a natural treasure few in the world know. Honey from native Brazilian bees, produced by species such as Jataí, Tetragonisca angustula, Uruchu amarela, Melipona scutularis, and other stingless bees. This honey is considered the most incredible in the world, not only for its unique flavor and aroma, but also for the ecological, cultural, and medicinal symbolism it carries. Unlike European honeybees, Apis mellifera, which dominate industrial beekeeping, native Brazilian bees are small, agile, and highly social. They build sophisticated colonies in tree hollows, branches, and trunks, producing honey through entirely natural techniques with minimal human intervention. The result is a 100% pure, organic, and functional product that preserves the essence of the forest in every drop. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you enjoyed our content, subscribe to our channel and leave a like. Also, check out other interesting content appearing on your screen right now, and I'll see you in the next video. See you next time.